This is Laura Rick of the Paranormal and Ghost Society. I came out here about 2 a.m. to mail a package, and I had noticed that there are some very strange lights over an area that's known as the Carson Range, which is actually blends into the Sierra Nevada mountain range. And these lights are extremely close. Like, I could tell, because I know these mountains really well. I mean, I've hiked throughout the Carson Range, and I can tell you right now that the object, I can see Job's Peak. Job's Peak is you can't see it on film right now, but Job's Peak is about 11,000 feet, nearly. It's close to 11,000 feet, and this object is about 1,000 feet up, so above the peak itself. And I'd say the object's about 12,500 feet, up to 13,000, because it's just hovering, and it's very close. And as you can see, it's much different than the January 19th. In that footage, the object has a broken corona to the right. This does not. This object technically has a full corona all the way around, but you can see the object it's probably not a sphere, because if you look at the object really well, you can see that there's something inside it. But this is directly over the Carson Range, so we'll call this the Carson Range, or Carson Mountain Range UFO. It's not directly over Job's Peak, but it's a couple miles from there, and it's very bright. You know, it's 2:30 in the morning. Who's going to see this? I mean, there is no cars. This is all rural. Nobody's going to pay attention to it, but it is right over the mountains. And, I'm going to back up just a little because I want to show you that this is the area we are filming the UFOs over these houses here for the past month. And then we just bank on over to the side street here. You can see there's a house. And if we go, there's the house, and you go up, you can see the object phasing in and out. And then, it's about 10 miles out away from here, but it's very low in the sky tonight, and it's just hovering right above the mountains. And, there's actually a peak that we climbed where the UFO is hovering, and I'll be sure to include that in my YouTube comments section, or about the video. I'll include what peak it's over, because I have to look it up, because there's a lot of peaks I've climbed in this area. But the peak that it's over is in the Carson Pass. Right when you get up in the Carson Pass, it's like right there by the old Pony Express. And me and the children, my sons, we climbed the peak, and that's where it's over. It's an area that there's an old historic school. There's the peak isn't really that high. It's about 9,000 feet up, but still, it's all in the, more or less. This UFO right now is hovering over a community called the Woodfords. And the Woodfords have, well, there's Fredericksburg, and then there's the Woodfords. They're very small communities and very rural. There's not a lot of people. And if you notice, there's something if you look towards the top of the object, there's something inside it, which makes me think that this is some kind of craft, and maybe it has other built-on extensions and areas where light doesn't touch, and even though it's a very bright light, it may be giving away areas within the object that don't have equally distributed luminescence. But if you look, what's interesting about this is that the light on the object is going counterclockwise. Like, to the left it's red, and then it flashes the blue on the bottom. And I've just had a couple people from my hometown contact me, and they said that these strange lights have been going on for a few years, and that they have seen them, and they've always wondered what they were, and that they value the fact that we're documenting our sightings and going in and actually recording the footage. Now it's 2 a.m., like I say, 2:30 a.m. There's nobody out here. All the objects we've been filming have been early on evening. This one's in the middle of the night, and I mean, it's just, I can see it just above the mountains, 1,000 feet up above the mountains, and it's just, I mean, with my naked eye, you can tell it's an object. So, you know, we're going to have all these films, and we're going to have pictures and all these other sources available soon on our website for you to take advantage of, and that's www.paranormalghostsociety.org. And the object it's not as bright anymore. It appears to be phasing in and out. And you can tell that the color on this object appears to be in a spinning counterclockwise motion. But it's amazing. And some people say that the government is projecting holograms in the sky. Why they would do this, I don't know. Some people said it's gas in the sky. I don't know. I just only film what I see, and what I see right now is an object hovering over the Carson mountain range or the Sierra Nevadas. And you know, if you were to take this object at a diagonal, where it is in the sky diagonally, it's hovering over the Carson Pass, the Kit Carson Pass to be precise, over the Woodfords area, and there's a peak that we climb that it's actually hovering over. And so when I take the peaks that are here, which are anywhere from 8 to almost 12,000 feet in this area, and the object's about 1,000 feet up, it's pretty safe to say it's a good, you know, it's at least 12,000 feet up, but it is hovering over the mountains. And this is another amazing sight. And it's January right now of 2014, the 21st if you want to be more precise, a Tuesday. And it's about 2:30 in the morning, so I will continue to document these UFO sightings because, you know, there are, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are noticing these objects in the sky. It's not just me. The only difference is that I'm documenting the sightings very thoroughly. I'm writing down times, I'm filming them, I'm sharing them on the website, on YouTube, on various paranormal communities I belong to, because we're trying to get this out there, you know. And people say night sightings hold no credibility, but that is not true. Most UFO sightings do occur at night. Maybe because it's dark, maybe because it's less conspicuous. It could be a number of different reasons. A lot of alien abduction occurs at night, not during the day. And, you know, if you were, per se, let's say you were outside, you would never look up and notice unless you're a ufologist like me. You know, the first thing you're going to do when you step out at night is you're going to look towards the skies. And that's what I've been doing. I've been looking towards the skies because these mass UFO sightings have been seen everywhere. Oregon, Central California, Northern Nevada, and, you know, the government and the news and all these sites are trying to give rash explanations. It's a balloon, it's a satellite, it's this and that. It's like, this object is not a star. It is not in outer space. It is hovering above the mountains. It's an object, an unknown object. It doesn't mean it's alien. It could be government. It might be alien. We don't know. The truth is out there. Anyways, this is Lord Rick, your founder, the Paranormal Ghost Society talk show host, author, and the lead investigator, since I'm basically all that our organization has is an investigator, because we don't have a lot of people who are willing to dabble in this kind of thing. They're scared, you know. People are very frightened of UFOs and Bigfoot and things in the woods, but this is hovering over a forested area. It's very snowy up in the area it's hovering. But you can see it's another UFO ovni in our skies. It is actually Saturday and Sunday. We had an object in our skies. Monday night, nothing. Early Tuesday morning, we're back. We got another sighting. But, I mean, the radiance of this object is amazing. It's very bright. And at this point, it's safe to say that this could be any sort of craft, but a very unusual one that gives off a lot of different colors, a lot of different light. It's starting to move out a little bit, and it's just hovering over the mountains, very slowly moving. Anyways, another amazing UFO film, another amazing documentation of UFOs. And I could sit here and tell you this is rural Nevada, but it's hovering over California right now. And I live close to California, and it's on the Californian side, not the Nevada side tonight. Very amazing. Very, very amazing. I mean, it never gets old to film these objects. You know, we're very lucky to have the night sky available to us where we are currently based at. And I think people need to really take notice of these films. They need to see that, you know, something is going on, and we need to be observant, and we need to study. You know, I recommend people study my films and learn off them and know what to look for in the sky, but they also have to question is, you know, are we visited by alien races? It's quite possible. I mean, there's not many aircraft in the sky that can hover for a good 20 minutes to a half hour, give off this kind of light and radiance, and then all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, just vanish without a trace. Anyways, I'll make pictures also available on our website. Not so much through our YouTube videos, but on our website I'll have pictures of these UFOs, and I'll have other information. This is an area where it's hovering, where a lot of pilots and planes have just vanished without a trace. And so it really has to make you wonder, are these objects a direct influence to these pilot and plane disappearances? Are they responsible for it? Are they abducting these small planes? I mean, if it was daytime, you'd be able to see the mountains, or, you know, we just did an investigation today up in the Carson and Sierra foothills looking for any UFO evidence. We found a human bone because there's a burial ground back there, and maybe a coyote drug it out, but we didn't see no UFOs or anything. But, you know, when you see it on our website eventually, you'll see that it's a very secluded area, and that these UFOs are definitely hovering over that area for whatever reason. I mean, whether they're testing on animals or whatever. There's really no way to get out there unless you got a four-wheeler or you want a bike ride or hike, or, you know, if you got a truck to take it off-roading. But when it comes to the Sierras and these objects hover over peaks like this, you know, snowy peaks and things, there's no way to get to this object even close, remotely close to it, when it's sitting there hovering 12, 13,000 feet above the mountain range. There's nothing over there. It's all wilderness. As a matter of fact, you know, if you go a little farther on Carson Pass, there's a place called Luther Pass, and it goes on the backside of Job's and Frail Peak, and, you know, that's where it might be hovering also. And it's a very, let's put it this way, it's a very intense Bigfoot area. We've done Bigfoot work, so, you know, these could be related to Bigfoot, Sasquatch, you know, maybe they're picking up and dropping off. I don't know. You know, more questions than answers. More questions than answers. This is Lord Rick of the Paranormal and Ghost Society.